Hello everyone. I'm going to start a new project here. It's making this folding knife. Um, Here I am in Fusion 360 working on a design for it. For a folding knife, I feel this is much more necessary because I need to figure out where all the placements for the stop pin and lock bar and detent ball all go. So I use Fusion to figure this out. You can see me adjusting where the holes in the blade are compared to the stop pin. All of this is the most important part of a folding knife, trying to get all the fit up right. So making sure that this model is really good will help me later on. I'm going to be making the handles out of titanium. The steel will be 440C stainless steel. I might add some sort of wood or brass or something as kind of an extra layer on top of the titanium. I haven't really decided on that. I'll do it once I get to that part. I drop them into the drawing section of Fusion 360. This way I have 1-to-1 scale of the handles, so I will cut these out and stick them onto the steel. Here I'm cutting up the steel and titanium so I can cut them out on my bandsaw. Here at my bandsaw, just cutting off the pieces for the two handles. This is the titanium, and I also cut off the blade out of the stainless steel. Here you can see I glued on the drawings from Fusion 360, and now I'm just center punching where I want the pivot hole and stop pins holes on the blade and handles. I only center punched one of the handles because I drill them in gang. I just put them both in the vise on the mill. It makes it a lot easier, and the holes will always line up correctly. Here I am putting the handles on there. You can see I put both on together. I'm drilling and reaming the stop pin hole here. I did it 3/32. I had to add that extra piece of metal. It's actually just a lead slug in between the handles and the vise because they weren't quite the same width, so one would clamp and the other wouldn't. So that's just a soft piece of lead, so it'll grab onto both handles at the same time. Here I am using a 1/16, or maybe it's a little larger, I'm not sure, end mill to cut out the lock bar cutout. This took a while because it was such a small end mill. I was going really light and careful cuts, I think about 10 thou per cut. This I obviously did in only one of the handles because I only want this on the one side. There it is cut through. I used to do this with a jeweler's saw and it looked kind of crappy, so this looks much nicer and should be more accurate and easier to mess with. So now that I've finished all the holes and I don't need the square outside of the material to clamp on, I'm cutting out the excess material so I can start bringing the blade and handles to shape. Now I'm on the grinder, just bringing the handles and blade to exact shape. Titanium's really hard to grind, so I went really slow at this. If you go too fast, it starts burning and leaves kind of a slag on the edge. So now I've got the blade and handles ground to rough shape and have the holes drilled. Next week, I'm going to file and fit up the stop pin and lock bar. This is the hardest part and takes a long time, and also is where you can screw up the entire project. So I'm going to do that in the next video. Please like, comment, and subscribe for more. Have a good day.